When a woman feels a genuine connection, she gradually lowers the curated facade we all present to the world. It starts subtly. You witness the exhaustion etched on her face after a demanding day, not the refreshed smile she shares online. You see the quiet withdrawal when she's overwhelmed, the space she needs that isn't performative solitude but genuine processing. You might catch the flicker of irritation at a minor frustration, an unfiltered reaction she wouldn't show just anyone. This isn't carelessness or a lack of self-awareness, it's a profound act of trust. She consciously chooses not to perform, not to maintain the effortless image, because she needs something deeper than admiration for her highlight reel. She craves being truly seen, not just acknowledged, but understood in her entirety, including the messy, tired, or uncertain moments that exist between the polished versions of herself. This vulnerability is her quiet way of testing the waters. If I show you this part, will you still stay? Will you value the real me, not just the ideal? It's an invitation into her authentic world, far removed from the pressures of perfection. Feeling safe enough to reveal these layers signals she's not merely interested in catching your eye, she's invested in building a connection rooted in mutual acceptance and the courage to be imperfect together. This raw honesty is the bedrock of something real, far beyond surface attraction. When she consistently seeks your perspective, not on trivial matters, but on choices that shape her world, it reveals a quiet shift in her priorities. It's not indecision, it's intentional inclusion. She asks about career crossroads not because she lacks direction, but because your insight offers a lens she trusts. When debating a move across the country, your thoughts on neighborhoods or job prospects carry weight not given lightly. Even seemingly small things, like trying on glasses frames or rearranging her living space, become moments where she pauses, turns to you, and genuinely wants your reaction. This isn't about outsourcing choices. It's about weaving your perspective into her inner narrative. She's subtly saying your judgment matters to her, not just in the abstract, but in the intimate details of her life. By inviting you into these decisions, she's testing shared compatibility. Do we see things similarly? Does his vision align with mine? More profoundly, she's signaling that your approval or thoughtful critique holds emotional weight. She values how you see her. Your admiration for her new dress feels different because it comes from someone whose opinion she's chosen to elevate. This act transforms respect into intimacy, building a bridge between her autonomy and her desire to let someone meaningful in. It's the quiet art of making space for another voice in the chorus of her choices. When she begins reshaping the rhythm of her daily life to include you, it's never with grand declarations, it's in the quiet calibration of priorities. She doesn't just find time, she creates it. You notice her shifting meetings to free up Tuesday evenings, or turning down casual hangouts with friends because she's already penciled you in for coffee, even if it's just to talk. This isn't about sacrificing her world, it's about deliberately merging yours with hers. The invitations deepen too, a Sunday lunch with her sister, helping her choose paint for her apartment, tagging along to her nephew's soccer game. These aren't glamorous dates, they're the unvarnished, ordinary textures of her existence. She's inviting you into the scaffolding of her life, not just the decorated rooms. There's vulnerability here, letting you witness her in the mundane, whether she's debating bills with her mom or sorting laundry. It signals she's thinking long-term, testing how you fit into the ecosystem of her responsibilities, relationships, and routines. She's not asking you to entertain her, she's asking you to exist alongside her. The space she makes isn't physical, it's emotional and logistical. Canceling a yoga class to hear about your tough day, or saving a seat for you at her best friend's birthday, these acts whisper, you belong here. It's the difference between being a guest and becoming part of the household. This integration is her quietest, most powerful testament to your significance. When you withdraw, whether emotionally, energetically, or through subtle shifts in communication, she notices. Not with dramatic interrogation, but with a quiet, almost imperceptible attunement to your rhythm. It's in the way your texts grow shorter, the slight delay in replies that wasn't there before, or the absence of that familiar warmth in your voice during a call. She senses the space between your words. This awareness isn't born of insecurity or neediness, it's a reflection of her investment. She's tuned into your frequency. If you retreat, she might gently lean closer, a soft "everything okay" text, an unprompted check-in, or simply holding space with a quiet patience that says, "I'm here when you're ready." She doesn't demand explanations. Instead, she observes the unspoken, the heaviness in your sigh, the distracted pause in conversation, the way your smile doesn't quite reach your eyes. Her response isn't about fixing you or filling the silence, it's about presence. She's signaling that your emotional landscape matters to her. This intuitive reading of your energy is a profound form of care. It means she's not just listening to your words, she's listening to you. In a world of surface-level chatter, her ability to hear your silence, and respond not with pressure, but with patient witnessing, reveals a depth of connection that transcends casual interest. You're not just another voice in her life, you're someone whose quiet speaks volumes to her. That attentiveness is the quiet anthem of genuine investment. I see you, even when you fade. It's the rarest kind of attention, the kind that makes you feel truly held. When she champions your journey, it transcends polite applause or surface-level hype. You mention a fledgling business idea over breakfast, and weeks later, she's the one asking for updates, remembering the name of your first potential client, her eyes reflecting genuine curiosity, not obligation. She doesn't just congratulate the wins, she acknowledges the grind behind them. After you finally launch that website or finish the grueling certification, her pride isn't a generic, "well done." It's specific, intimate. "I knew you'd push through that coding block, remember how stuck you felt last Tuesday? Look at you now." This celebration isn't performative, it's participatory. She asks thoughtful questions about your process, not just the outcome. She celebrates the discipline it took to wake up at 5 a.m. for months, not just the promotion it earned. Her support holds space for your stumbles too, the missed deadlines, the rejections. She doesn't dismiss them with hollow positivity, she offers steady belief, that pitch didn't land, but your analysis was sharp. Next time. This depth reveals she isn't merely observing your life, she's emotionally invested in its unfolding narrative. Your growth isn't separate from her, it feels shared. She finds joy in your progress because your potential matters deeply to her. It's the quiet solidarity of someone who isn't just cheering from the stands but running laps beside you in spirit, believing in your ascent long before the summit is visible. This unwavering, detail-attuned encouragement is how love actively roots for the person it sees you becoming. It's the quietest, most profound way of saying, "Your dreams matter because you matter to me." When she mirrors your vulnerability rather than your bravado, it reveals a profound shift in her engagement. This isn't mere mimicry, it's a conscious dance of emotional reciprocity. If you share a past wound, say, the sting of a failed venture or a buried family tension, she doesn't deflect with platitudes or pivot to lighter topics. Instead, she leans in, her own guard lowering in response. You might confess a fear of inadequacy at work, and days later, she's confiding her own imposter syndrome, not to compete but to connect. "I get that dread before presentations too, last week I almost called in sick." This exchange transcends surface bonding, it's a mutual surrender of armor. She's attuned to your emotional openness, responding not to the persona you project but to the authenticity you risk. When you reveal imperfection, anxiety about parenting, shame over a regret, she meets you not with solutions but with shared humanity, perhaps disclosing a parallel struggle she's guarded closely. Her disclosures aren't strategic oversharing, they're offerings of trust, placed gently where you've placed yours. This synchronicity signals she values safety over performance. She's watching how you hold space for her fragility when she mirrors yours, whether you listen without judgment, honor her confession without exploiting it. In these moments, she's silently asking, "If I show you my cracks, will you treat them with tenderness?" This reciprocal vulnerability becomes the quiet engine of intimacy, transforming two separate selves into allies navigating complexity together. It's the ultimate testament that she's not seeking a flawless hero, she's building a sanctuary where both of you can exist, unedited.